Good morning. It's Sunday, October 9th. A crisp, sunny day in Connecticut. And today, I thought I would record a few remarks about a forthcoming book. A little bit of the backstory and the introduction. It's called STREET TRIO, a novel in 3 voices. Book 1, The Early Years. I found it very interesting to work with 2 other authors who I've known for decades. And the idea only recently, during the COVID pandemic, to do something together. And it's been done before. The idea is not to write. The idea was to write a cohesive work with 3 separate voices of fiction. And it happened that the authors, including myself, are prose writers, poets, photographers, so covered different mediums, and I thought it was lively enough in that sense, for me at least, and turned out for Pamela and Kate, to join in and do something together. So this is the result. It's forthcoming, and I thought I would read a little bit of the introduction. Charles Street is an ordinarily quiet, charming street in the West Greenwich Village section of New York City. It runs east and west, and many of its buildings are part of the larger Greenwich Village Historical District. When one is making history, one is unaware of it. The passage of time is needed. Men and women of intelligence and scope are needed. It was a pre-war 4-story building on this Charles Street, owned, when I lived there, by an Italian immigrant, Mr. Venticinque, Mr. 25, an elderly, elegant gentleman whose lease was a handshake and a pensive look in the eye. He had a lady friend in a lower floor apartment, and when he came around to collect the rents, he stopped in at her place for a spot of tea. We shook hands the day after I moved into a top-floor rear apartment. Step up to an unassuming twin building beside a police precinct. You enter through an outer door which, when you close it behind you, it howls. Your past follows. You need a key or buzzed in to get through the inner door. The present a temporary refuge. Once inside, you can see past the wall of mailboxes to a rear courtyard where a weed grew up to our windows and doves cuckooed on the ledges. Thick forest of leaves in summer. Yellow and orange in our falls. That first night, a light shone back there from a courtyard apartment. Someone was up. A narrow stairway of steel steps. Up 1 flight, 2, 3, past chipping, blue-painted walls. Up another, a steeper one. Once you cannot climb any higher, you have reached us. Safety and warmth greet. Lights, radiators, and water work. A common wall of all brick also chipping. I brought along my toy sailing vessel with sails torn yet still seaworthy. Kate, Pamela, and I met in that small sanctuary of a place decades ago. One of us said she saw a ghost dance across the kitchen. Even our ghosts are lively, about their own business. Another of us said recently that convening again after 40 years of life, love, and work, we must be angels. Have a seat. Plenty of chairs around. Thank you for listening this Sunday, and keep a lookout for this forthcoming work called STREET TRIO, a novel in 3 voices. Thank you. Have a good day.